Okay, so your mom loves your cakes. Your coworkers are literally begging you to start a cake business. But here's what keeps you up at night. Will strangers actually pull out their wallets and pay you? Listen, I get it. I completely get it. Before I quit my corporate job, I discovered these 3 signs that basically predict whether people will buy your cakes. And none of them involve giving out free samples or asking your friends what they think. If you have even one of these signs, you're ready. Hi, everyone. I'm Maria Haversham, a professional cake artist and founder of the Cake Designer Pro. Literally months completely paralyzed, wondering if anyone outside my little friends and family circle would actually pay real money for my cakes. Then I discovered these 3, what I call buy signals, that basically predicted my success before I ever officially launched. And they're not what you think, like at all. So let's dive in. All right, so buy signal number 1. I call this the Inconvenience Test. And no, I'm not talking about people just saying, oh, your cakes are amazing at the office potluck. Have people actually gone out of their way for your cakes? Like real inconvenience? Let me paint you a picture here. Did someone drive 30 minutes just to pick up a cake from you? Did they ask you to make one for an event that you weren't even going to? Have they texted you months in advance to basically reserve you for their kid's birthday? Here's when I knew, when it clicked like butter hitting room temp. My husband's coworker, get this, she offered to pay me to teach her my recipe instead of just ordering the cake. She literally wanted to pay me for knowledge that she could have just Googled. And that's when it hit me. People don't inconvenience themselves for mediocre products. They just don't. They do it for things they literally can't get anywhere else. Think about it. Has anyone ever rearranged their actual schedule for your cakes? Changed the date of their party to work with your availability? Offered to pick up supplies for you because they wanted to make sure you could make their order? That's not being nice. That's marketplace behavior. That's how customers act when they found something special. When I was still in my cramped kitchen, frosting roses at 2 a.m., I had this one mom friend who drove, I kid you not, 45 minutes each way specifically for her daughters because her daughter requested Maria's rainbow cake. Not a rainbow cake, Maria's rainbow cake. If you're seeing this behavior even once, strangers will pay because these people, they're already acting like customers. They're just not being charged yet. Okay, buy signal number 2, and this one's huge, the comparison question. When people see your cakes, what's their very first question? Like, what's the words that actually come out of their mouth? Here's the thing. Do they ask, how did you do that? Or do they ask, can you make it cheaper? This is so crucial, and I mean, let me stir this differently. These questions tell you everything about whether you have a product or a commodity. If they're comparing you to other options, well, Costco charges $30, or I saw something similar at the grocery store, you're being seen as a commodity. You're just another cake option in their mental checkout line. But if they're asking about your process, how did you get the frosting so smooth? Is that buttercream or something else? What technique did you use for those roses? You're being seen as an artist. Artists get paid differently than commodity providers. I knew I was ready to charge real money when someone at my kid's school event said, and I'll never forget this, I've never seen buttercream look like velvet before. How is it doing that? Not how much, not do you have a price list, but the genuine curiosity about the craft. Actually, now what I'm saying this out loud, track the questions you get, like literally write them down, because wonder questions equals willing buyers. Price questions equal wrong audience. And here's where it gets interesting. The same cake, the same exact cake will get different questions from different audiences. When I brought a cake to my husband's company event, tech people, good salaries, they asked process questions. When I brought the same style cake to a neighborhood potluck where everyone's comparing grocery prices, all price questions. You're not looking for everyone to buy your cakes. You're looking for evidence that someone, somewhere, sees them as art worth paying for. One wonder question outweighs 20 price questions. This is the strongest signal. Like, if you have this one, you need to stop doubting yourself immediately. The unsolicited documentation. Do people photograph your cakes without you asking? I'm not talking about pictures where you tagged them and asked them to share. I mean their own spontaneous, I need to capture this documentation. When guests at parties take their own photos, not the birthday kid blowing out candles, but specifically of your cake. When someone makes your cake their profile picture without you even knowing them that well. When they create a whole Instagram post about it and you find out through someone else. Let me tell you my turning point. My absolute holy buttercream, this is real moment. I made a cake for my friend's sister's engagement party. I didn't even know most of the people there, and this stranger, complete stranger, comes up and asks who made the cake because she said, and I quote, she needed to screenshot this for her wedding planner. Not, can I have your phone number? Not, do you have a card? She needed to document it right then and there for her wedding planner, who wasn't even at the party. That stranger, she became my first $400 client. $400. I literally checked my bank app like 12 times that day. People only document things that exceed their expectations. Think about it. When was the last time you took a photo of a really decent sandwich? Never. That incredible dessert at that restaurant? You got 15 different angles of that on your phone. Here's what really seals it. When people document your work without eating it first, they need the photo before they destroy the art. That's when you know you're creating something beyond just taste. I have this one cake, my signature pearl finish design, and I swear every single time I deliver it, the client spends 10 minutes doing a full photo shoot before anyone's allowed to cut it. One mom told me once that she made her guests wait 20 minutes to eat because the photographer hadn't arrived yet. Your cakes are being treated like events, not just desserts. That's buy signal goals right there. Okay, so here's what doesn't really matter, and I need you to really hear this because I wasted so much time on this stuff. Your fear doesn't matter. Your comparison to those TV bakers with their perfect fondant and temperature-controlled decorating rooms doesn't matter. Whether you went to culinary school also doesn't matter. I learned from YouTube and my grandmother's recipe box. You know what does matter? Evidence. Cold, hard, observable evidence that your work creates value for others. And that's what these buy signals are, evidence. Not feelings, not imposter thoughts, not that 3 a.m. anxiety about whether you're good enough. Evidence. If you have even one of these buy signals, you have actual proof that your work creates enough value that people will modify their behavior for it. That's literally how markets work. Stop waiting for confidence. You can stop doing that today, right there at this very moment, and look for evidence instead. I launched my business with shaking hands and a negative bank balance, and 2 of these signals. My first consultation call, I was so nervous I had my pricing written on my hand like a middle school cheat sheet. 3 years later, I have a wait list. A literal wait list where people pay deposits to reserve spots months in advance. But here's the validation trap that kept me stuck for 2 years. I kept thinking I needed to feel ready. I kept waiting for that moment where I'd wake up and feel like a real cake artist. That moment, it doesn't come from inside your head. It comes from evidence, from those buy signals showing up in your real life. You know that Sunday scaries feeling where you're dreading Monday? I had that, but about starting a business. Every Sunday, I would tell myself, next week I'll launch. Next week, I'll feel ready. Then one day, my husband literally sat me down with a notebook and made me list every single time someone had gone out of their way for my cakes. Every process question, every photo taken, the list was like 2 pages long. 2 pages of evidence that I was ignoring because I was too stuck in my own head. So, which buy signal do you have? Like, really think about it for a second. The Inconvenience Test, the wonder questions, that spontaneous documentation? Comment below and listen. If you're seeing these signals, but you're actually struggling to convert all of this interest into paying clients, like people love your stuff, but then they ghost you when you mention price, I've got something for you. I'll leave you a link below this video that shows you literally the exact strategy I used to book my first 5 premium orders in 30 days. Not friends and family orders, real deal, stranger money orders. We're talking about the script I used, the pricing formula that actually works, and the counterintuitive booking strategy that filled my calendar. Because here's the thing, those buy signals, they're telling you you're ready. Now you just need the recipe to turn that readiness into real cake money. So drop a comment, let me know which signal you got, and let's get you from maybe someday to fully booked. Because honestly, your cakes are probably already good enough. You just need to see what everyone else is seeing. And hey, if you're that person who's been making cakes for free for 3 years because you don't know how to bring up pricing, been there. So been there. What I've left for you below will help with that awkward conversation too. All right, cakepreneurs, it's your whisk turn. Time to stir things up. Because those buy signals, they're not lying to you. They're trying to tell you something. Listen to them.